Hello, everybody. So this is my second time recording this, so if I seem kind of lackluster, it's because of that. Um, so I was thinking today about things that are, um, like kind of embarrassing as a trans person, and not like the big things that are embarrassing, but like things that are like tiny and like irrationally embarrassing. Um, and like it's the things that it feels like I should already know because I'm a 24-year-old woman, and like there's things I don't know, like, and it hinges on that, cis people, you know they're generally raised to be the gender that they are, um and right. So what I was thinking about today was buying a bra. Um, I know a lot of trans girls like get them earlier in their transition and stuff, and like dress up with them, but I never did that. Just because I was like, well, why would I wear a bra? Like, I don't have any breasts, so I'll just wear girls' clothes, but I don't need to wear a bra. And that's what I would do. And so like I have like one bra because my sister gave it to me, but um, she's pretty big, and this is one of her older ones, so it's smaller, but it's still like a B cup. And it used to be like way too big for me, um, but now I'm on hormones. It's still too big, but you know, but that's what got me thinking. It's like, oh, I'm gonna have to buy a bra here, you know, eventually, and I don't know how. Like, I mean, obviously go to the store and buy one, but I don't really know anything about bra sizes. I mean, I know a little, but not enough really to go buy one. And I mean, I'm sure it's gonna be fine. Like, I'll go buy one, but still, like, there's this feeling in me of like, kind of like shame and embarrassment of not like knowing that. Like makeup's another one. Like, I'm pretty good with makeup just because I was in theater, and so like I learned a lot about makeup there. But even that, like, it's still pretty minimal what I know, and like I know a lot of girls like really probably are on the same boat as me, cis or not. But and there's a lot of trans women who are like phenomenal at makeup. Um, so it's not necessarily like a trans thing, but it's a me thing. It's like I feel like I should know this. Um, and it's irrational because, like, of course I don't know these things. Like, if you're not taught how to do something, or you don't spend, your youth doing these things, you're not gonna just magically know them. It doesn't have anything to do with your gender. Um, and I think that part of that embarrassment, I think it's not just pure embarrassment. I think it also ties into, um, like, regret feelings, and I think these are really common. Um, like the regret that, like, because I'm just now transitioning and being able to outwardly be who I am, um, it's like, well, what were the past 20 years? Um, it feels kind of like a waste. Like, for one, all this time I wasn't expressing myself, and I could have been happier doing that, but also, just like, like, it's like I want to be a teenage girl because, it's a little bit more acceptable, like, in general, to be like experimenting with your look and like trying trying new looks and like finding out what looks good on you, and like kind of finding that balance. And like I didn't really get that period of time, and now, like, it's more socially unacceptable for me to, like, I'm supposed to know these things, like how to dress and like what, like, because for most people they would have that time to figure it all out. And like, of course, like, it's just society, so it's like, well, whatever. And like, I think that to myself, it's like, well, it doesn't really matter because just screw society, right? But unfortunately, like, society doesn't just go away because you decide it doesn't matter. Like, it still has a real impact on your life because you're surrounded by people, and even the people who are kind of like-minded in that way, and like, well, whatever, society, they're still affected by society, and it's still in their subconscious, and it still comes out, and it still affects me, and it's in my subconscious too, so it's there, it's a very real thing, even though it's made up. I could say the same thing about gender. Like, I think gender is a social, almost entirely a social thing. It's about relating to people, but it's still real. I mean, money is totally made up. Money wouldn't work if, nobody believed in a dollar bill. It'd be like, what the fuck is this piece of paper? But because we do, it is real. I can go buy something for $1. I can eat with money. Um, so like, just because it's constructed doesn't mean it's not real. In terms of how it affects your life. So yeah, like, that stuff kind of sucks, and is kind of embarrassing. Um, yeah, like, and I don't really have a solution for it. Like, I'm just gonna have to deal with it. But I think I just wanted to express that here. And and that's, yeah. So it's those feelings of like, and I'm not like totally regretful of my life. Like, I had a pretty good life, even though I was, you know, repressing myself, and like, there was a lot that sucked, but there was still a lot that was good. I mean, like, I had some really good friendships and some really good experiences that, I wouldn't trade for anything. Like, if I had a time machine, I really doubt I'd actually like change things if I could somehow. Just because, like, there was so much good, and I don't want to give that up. And I'm not like ashamed of my life, but um, so like, I think, like, if I could have my choice, I would be able to like keep all my memories and keep the world exactly as it is today, and I could like go back in time in like a pocket dimension or something, and like go back to me at, like, I don't know, maybe as early as like 9. um, and like, I could, this is Magic Land, so maybe virtual reality is a better idea. Go into virtual reality and make myself like 8 years old, and I'm already a girl, or I'm already transitioning, or something like that, and then, experience that like all the way up till about the age I am now, and then come out of virtual reality, and then I've got all those experiences. Um, well, and that's, I mean, not that specific reason, but I mean, I am heavily involved with computer science because I want to make things like that possible. So who knows? Like, I want to live to see that in the future. Maybe one day I will be able to do that, but it's not now. I'll probably be much older by then. But that'll be cool if it happens. Whatever. Okay, I'm gonna stop here. I'm gonna try to post more like topical videos. Um, but don't hold your breath, because I'm terrible at keeping promises on YouTube. I'm good at it in real life, except for I overcommit. Okay. Um. Wow.